The starting pitching rotation was so similar last year. A lot of guys, not as much velocity or anything, not a huge amount of swing and miss, a lot of ground ball pitchers. And, you know, that can work, right? Like the starting pitching, I want to say they were in the top half probably of the rotation in various categories last year. And it can work, especially when you got, you know, 2 Gold Glovers up the middle. And if you can figure out third base and first base and have good defenders there, like that can work. But when you have guys that just blow people away or have nasty stuff that gets them to swing and miss consistently, you eliminate a lot of the randomness that can come with contact-oriented pitchers. You can eliminate the random blue hits that just fall in between the left fielder and the shortstop, or the swinging bunts that you just can't get to, or ruins a perfect game from Drew Smyly,
right,
kind of thing. Right? You can eliminate some of the randomness that come when you put balls in play, because we know in baseball that happens, and it's not, you know, it's not contact pitchers' fault. It's just when guys are putting balls in play, sometimes random magic happens. So if you have guys that get a lot of swing and miss, that just eliminates some of that randomness. And so whether it's getting Yamamoto, signing Blake Snell, maybe it's some guys on a lower tier that we aren't really talking about that much, but can provide that in the rotation, or whether it's a guy on the trade market we haven't talked about, whatever it is, I think getting more of that swing and miss in the rotation, similar to adding that left-handed power, in my mind, it changes the dynamic of the rotation in just even a 3-game series, right? You're likely not putting out the same type of pitcher every time if you even have one of those high swing and miss kind of guys in there. I think it just changes the makeup of a rotation, regardless if it's your 1, 2, 3. That provides something different in that rotation, which I think would be very beneficial for this Cubs team in 2024.
When I think it's necessary on the entire pitching staff. The bullpen didn't have enough swing and miss either. I think swing and miss almost could just be its own priority. Put it wherever you want, right? I think they need it at the top of the rotation, but in general, like, you know, there were times, I think towards the end of the year, where it was like, well, if Merriweather can't come in and try to strike guys out, like, I don't know, you know, then good luck, right? Like, you know, if you get into those bases loaded, like no out situations, they did not have a lot of guys to choose from that were good choices if you're trying to get out of that with no damage, right? You had a lot of guys that could come in and induce weak contact, but maybe that's going to be a blooper, a sac fly, whatever. On the pitching staff as a whole, you need guys that come in and do not let the ball get in play on occasion, you know, more often than they're, you know, prioritizing soft contact. Soft contact is great. The Cubs have had a lot of success with guys that can do that, right? Kyle Hendricks being one of the best ever, I think, to succeed at managing soft contact the way that he did. But, you know, you need guys that can come out and put out fires by blowing the ball by people, or, you know, getting ugly swing and misses.
Yeah, and we know there's risk in that, because those kind of pitchers also tend to have a little less command in their pitches, walk a little bit more. So there is risk in that, or like there would be risk in having a pitching staff that's mostly swing and miss guys, right? Like there's going to be some risk in that, but
variation is good.
Variation is good, and the ability to limit the randomness is better, in my opinion. Or having some variation that can limit the randomness, in my opinion, is better than just throwing a bunch of Gold Glovers out there and hoping they can keep balls from dropping in the outfield. Or
hey, those Gold Glovers can still be good when they're swinging and missing.
We all silly like the mayor.